Khulood,
My journey is a testament to the power of love, determination, and the unbreakable human spirit. It is a journey of self discovery, resilience, and a reminder that with support of those who believe in us, we can overcome any obstacles and create a life we are proud of. So, this is your post from your LinkedIn, right? So, just wanted to understand that have you ever felt that, I am lazy, I don't want to go to work today, even though, you're super motivated, but do you feel that ever?
Yes, I do. I think no matter how motivated you are, honestly, I have so many days that I just don't want to go to work. And it's not because of my work environment, for example. It's just that some days you're tired, your body's tired, maybe you're doing long drives, and sometimes it's just you. You just don't want to go to work.
Absolutely. So, what kind of role are you into now?
Currently, I'm working as an Emiratization lead at ISP, which is called International Schools Partnership.
Okay. So, what is the best part of your job?
If I think about the best part, I can't say one single thing. Like, it's not one thing that I would say, yeah, this is the best part of my job. But I think it's guiding people because I'm taking care of UAE nationals and I'm making sure that we work together to form a team. That's the best part of being a Emiratization lead.
Have you ever faced a situation, your generation stereotyping which has happened? For example, you have to train someone who is very experienced, who is much older to you. So, any such situations which you have faced?
If I think about it, I think it doesn't necessarily have to be in my current role, but throughout my whole career years. And I think changing from one role to another and bringing all of your experiences to someone else, sometimes they may feel like they want to build a wall. Excuse me, who are you to teach me? People don't always tend to listen to others, but you just have to take it in a way where even my 10 years old niece can teach me something. I can learn from her because she knows more about technology. So if you are very bound to this idea where I don't want to learn from someone, you will never learn something. No matter who is it, I don't think that learning comes from experience. Your knowledge is not defined by your age. Your knowledge is defined by how much you read, by how much you experience in life. So we do have stereotypes in all types of careers, but I think it's easy. I think in these scenarios, it's always that you ignore in the beginning the comment. What you do is you ignore the comment. You give whatever you are here to give, and then the moment you give it, whether they say it or not, people don't like to admit sometimes they are wrong. So whether they say it or not, you will realize that they understood why you were brought here to teach them
Also
about
would
something.
like to know that have you ever faced any situation where you have been harassed?
Okay, interesting question. I think that I'm not gonna say it in general. Like in general, people think that women, okay, what's so hard about being a woman? All the hardships and everything hard is going on for men. But I think women are going through a lot. And I did actually get harassed. When I was working in my first job, it was shifts. So I used to go to work around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then that day I went early because I wanted to park the car and rest a little bit in the car. I went to the parking area. I stopped my car and then I was chased by 3 men. Yeah, this is harassment on another level. It was hard for me because I think the moment when you run, when some things are going on with you, you feel like this is the end. But then my brain started working because I stopped for a while. I stopped running and I was like, let it be, whatever happens, happens. And then I remembered my mother. She lost 2 of my sisters in a car accident. And, suddenly you get that kind of a thing that I don't want my mother to go through this again. And I was like, no, you have to do something, Khulood. And I started running again around the area and I found the door. I was young. I was very young, so 2 things that stopped me from doing this. One is that my family always believes that going to the police stations is not for a girl. Another thing is that our work protocol is to not involve police in anything. Yeah, so I was silenced by my own thoughts. I know now how to reply back to them. And I know now that if we have a police station here in the country, if we have someone that we need to go to, you should go to. If you're not wrong, you should always reach out. I was studying in the university, and one of the guys randomly started sending me videos and photos and all of that on the email. I said, okay, hundreds of emails. I ignored them. I did not read them. I went to the Blackboard, messages on the Blackboard too, and I was like, no, this is getting too much. I need to take this up to the police station because this is becoming too much. So I had to go first, complain, raise an electronic criminal thing, went to public prosecution.
You managed to raise the complaint itself. Not all women are as bold as you, that's for sure. So, in any of your organizations or workplaces that you've worked before, any manager who has made a negative impact
yes, I did.
on your...
And that's why I tell you, everything you say, I will tell you, yes, I did, because I experienced a lot. I was working in one entity, and it's before I transfer. Where I am right now is actually what I want to say is thank you to that manager. He told me to write down my notes, my goals for the year, company-wise and individual-wise. And for me, I always go back and ask, individual-wise, do you want me to say what I want to do as an individual aside from company goals? He told me yes, aside from company goals. What do you see yourself as Khulood doing? And I was like, okay, I see myself handling people, I see myself doing projects, I see myself having some people to guide and all of that stuff. 2 days pass, and I think, I don't know, maybe he was upset, maybe something was going on, maybe work pressure. He calls me to the office and he starts screaming while the door was open. All the employees are there. And I remember that day that, Khulood, this is the end. You should tell him that you were no longer going to work here. And this is the only work where I come every day crying in the car for half an hour, then going up. And then they tell us to reach out to a hotline for psychiatrist or something, in case you guys want to share anything or you're feeling stressed out, burned out. And I do reach out, and they tell us it's anonymous, no one would know about it. And then he gets to know. The next thing I know, him coming to my table and telling me, oh, so you're facing all of these problems and you're not talking about it? Maybe you have bipolar. So I remembered that when he was screaming about screaming about my goals and everything. And I told him, listen, hold on, halas, it's done. I have patience until a limit. I'm gonna leave, I'm resigning. That day I remember very well that he told me, you're never gonna find another job because you can't even give the bare minimum to someone. And I was telling him that I will.